Howdy, boys. It's your guy, Big Green. And, yeah, studio's done. Pretty much done. I think it's done. I I haven't made it public yet. It's still a private world, but it's pretty much at the end of its alpha phase. So it's about at the point where I'm ready to make it public on VRChat so that anyone can come see it and you can have more than just invite only instances. But I wanted to go ahead and do one more showcase just before I called it complete and did everything up on my own. I'm not doing, I'm again, like everything else I do, I don't have a script, so I might ramble and say dumb things, but here I be, here I am. We're in a podcast studio, a pretty much entirely, mostly done podcast studio. And yeah, so not much didn't change the layout, nothing like that. Textures are still pretty much all entirely the same. Just the only big difference now is we've got a wee bit of decoration. Look at that beautiful face. Look at that beautiful man. Look at that beautiful boy. Behold the beautiful boy. Look at him as he judges upon us. Um, so yeah, so in the hallway, I just kind of even though we only have one episode, despite how many awards and how much acclaim it's received, it's only one episode. But I wouldn't. But it's already gone to my head, and I've already started deciding that we should have this lore like we're famous podcast hosts and we do a bunch of crazy shit. So I kind of adorned the hallway with pictures of us doing fun stuff in VR chat. That's all varieties of crazy. I like this one right here. This one's particularly special because this is like the first day I met some special boys. Yeah, you see that right there? That's the Pikachu cult. That's a picture I took of the day we started that cult. Beautiful memories. Am I right? Okay, and then when we pop over into the break room, you see everything's pretty much the same. I mostly figured out how mesh works. However, yeah, so you go through it, but it's whatever. You go through you still go through the chairs, but not the coffee table. We now have a solid coffee table. So the uncorporeal problem the coffee table had is not a problem anymore. I just got to figure out how to do it with the other things. But I'm too lazy to do it with the other things. It's not like we're going to be recording in here anyway, so I haven't really done it. Oh, yeah, also you'll see behind me the pictures are a little more serene and like actual pictures rather than just VR chat shit posts. I mean, it is supposed to be a break room. I felt like it was more appropriate to have actual scenery that would relax and let you break in the event of a break room related break. Oh, speaking of break room, also, the one window now, we have a populated outside world, mostly populated outside world. It's not very detailed, but now it looks like we're in the midst of a city downtown. And then, oh yeah, oh look, a skybox. A sky. Again, not 1,000% perfect, but it's pretty much exactly the vibe I was going for. We now look like we are a part of the downtown cityscape, and that is exactly what I wanted. So I'm all set there. Unless you have other ideas for me, I'm open. All right. We have the gay pride pictures up there, as you can see. Um, oh, let's pop into the dressing room real quick. I haven't really done any props or anything like that. Like I know I said I was going to put some on the table and the shelf outside, and I think like I mentioned, I put one up here too. I haven't really found any good props. Is the problem? Like big old title card is still our big old title card, and behind me. I have the picture of the time I went to the Fantasyland bookstore in front of the Four Seasons because that was fun. Oh, yeah, and then this thing. I remember my last showcase, the mirrors were kind of causing problems. Well, that doesn't happen anymore. I get perfect, consistent frames throughout the entire map. Thank God. And because I figured out how to turn the mirrors on and off, and I figured why not? What would be more perfect than a big fat red button? And aha, haha! Look at that! It toggles. We got a mirror toggle, boys. 3 mirrors for 3 sets. Didn't add any chairs. Didn't feel necessary. Okay, and now we come back into the hallway. The time I met Todd Howard. Yeah, and then Snipey meeting the famous Renamon, Japanese actress. Here she's really nice. And then just a couple other goofy pictures. 8800 Blue Lick Road. you know, uh, pretty foundational day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I said I was going to add a bunch of stuff like a little fake furry Emmys and stuff. I do kind of still want to do that. I just haven't done it yet because I'm lazy. Um, yeah, and then we go into the studio itself. The first thing we're going to see is the pictures of the three hosts. Yours truly, Sir Snipes, and Monsieur Dub down on the end there. Got a little bit of the backdrop, and I'll save that for last. And then, yeah, we've got Red from Red versus Blue aiming a weapon at us, and or whichever guest takes this side of the table. Okay, and last but most certainly not least, I gave us microphones. I do got to tweak the size a little bit. They're a little too scrunchy, but I mean, they're microphones. They work. They do what they do. Perspective within Unity is really weird, especially on this particular map. I don't know what I did in the project that like funked up the camera, but it's whatever. Getting in world really helps me realize what I have to do, and I basically just have to rescale them so their mics are a little fatter. That's about all I got. And then fucking yeah, I got the kick ass fucking backdrop. Let me show y'all this thing. So I try to recreate what we had in the first episode a little bit with a few artistic liberties. Um, we now have a plead to subscribble in the bottom there. Trans rights declaration because fuck yeah. I put in a big title, insert title here. The anger and the happy, the like the drama comedy thing, but not nearly as profound. Then I redrew only one of the faces because I felt like these two made up for the other faces we drew that day. Also, Heck the Police, could not forget about Heck the Police. Himbo Pride, arguably the most important part of our entire backdrop. And then down here in the bottom, I don't know, I thought it'd be cute to do this. So here we go. Make sure everyone knows who all came, who all conquered. Who came, who saw, and who conquered. It's literally just us. But yeah. Oh, and I took the chairs out because I know Snipey had mentioned wanting to make it a standing table. I originally was going to I was originally going to do a game object toggle trigger. It just kind of felt easier to do this. I mean, we could sit down IRL and then play in sitting mode and then kind of negate everything that would cause problems. So it's not really something I worried about. I can always put them back in and just add a toggle that will disable them if need be. But I didn't even put like the VRC chairs in them, so like we couldn't even sit in them in game. They were literally just there. So the microphone is a separate prop, and the stand that they're on are two different pieces of geometry I slapped together. Like that's it. It's two 3D game objects connected to a FBX. That's basically an FBX being a Blender model that has in Unity texture. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. And I'm like I said, Unity scales everything really weird. So like it doesn't like look like you see how like scrunchy it is. Like it doesn't look right, but that's fine. I can just fatten it up a little bit. It's not hard at all. Total world size was about 33 megabytes. I'm pretty happy with what I've done so far. I think I'm pretty much done. But I wanted to show you guys first before I absolutely declared finality. And yeah, I know the lighting. I don't like the lighting. I just do not know what to do. I was able to get the light map to work so that I can actually put lights in the world and like make and change it somehow, but like it's not perfect. And I think it has to do with this texture of the wall because it's kind of like a flat, like shiny thing. And I just haven't bothered changing that yet because, like I said, I was just ready to be done. Oh my god! And yeah, and that's it. That's literally it. It's just if I'm gonna add anything, I'm gonna add more props later. And oh yeah, also the mics cannot be interacted with. I had debated making them props, but then I was like, no, we're gonna be toying with them by accident if we do that. So I'm just gonna leave them where they are. And since I also took out the chairs, it's kind of a good indicator of where the uh, seats would be, you know. So I figured that was a good sacrifice to make. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Look at me running around my ADHD brain, unable to sit still even in a fucking video game. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Yeah, damn it. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you like it. I really hope you do. I'm happy with it, and I hope y'all will be too. Hopefully we can get in and record some stuff later. But yeah, all right. Peace, y'all.